Chau, come here. I need your help. Keep an eye on your big brother, please. That was my mother calling for my help. My brother came from another planet, my mother explained, just like in your fairy tale, so he acted differently and might get into big troubles without help. Our mission was to guide him to act properly on this planet to avoid such troubles. It sounded cool, and I was very proud that I can responsible for ensuring his safety. He was 9 and I was 5 years old then. Still, I would stand in front of him and demand him do as I say. I will stand for his little mother. Sit down, Zua. Don't run away or you get lost. As time went by, my pride in serving as his protector sometimes led into unpleasant experience. I started to find it hard to love him. He pushed me over if he wanted my chair. He tore my books. When we attended to the same kindergarten, my schoolmates did not like him, so they couldn't play with either of us. He tore up the paper roll and squeezed the soap, put oil into the toilet and flushed hard. The toilet got stuffed, of course. Life was somewhat like living in the war time. But it was harder not to love him. When it rained, he would passively, non-stop, watch the raindrops and cry. He couldn't speak, so he couldn't say, "I'm sad." To stop him from watching the rain, I would play the piano. Unlike raindrops, music made him happy and we could relax a little bit. Sometimes when nobody was watching, he ran out of our home and got lost. He can return to his home by himself. When he was found, he's traveling with fears. I think he is occupied with something or millions something out there in the busy street. He can speak with us, so we don't know for sure. Grown up, I know that my brother did not come from another planet at all. He is amongst millions of children with special needs. He has autism. Behind a normal appearance, he has diversified inability and dysfunction. He can speak, learn, write, read, or focus, but we love him so much, though he is imperfect. My parents pay a lot for his intervention, and we spend time encouraging him and share our thoughts with him. That makes him more happier and open to us. Sometimes he shows his happiness by singing a song he composed by happy sounds. He enjoys our love. Years after years, he's still acting like the little child in the body of a huge boy. But it is not all. It is very shocking for us to know that behind the autistic cover, my brother is no normal person at all. Let's look at this very famous picture featuring an autistic child. He is traveling in the autistic covers that prevent him from behaving like us. The picture applies that if we could break the cover, he would be normal again. But it is not simple, it is wrong. Okay, let me tell you a story about Temple Garden. She is a successful, high-functioning autistic. She is now served as the professor of animal science. She says autistic people are different and they have different minds. For example, she thinks in picture while we normally think in word. I think that clearly explains my brother's situation. He thinks different, he acts different, he feels different, and perhaps he has a different set of rules. Or to some extent, he has the different common sense. That means love is necessary, but it is not enough. We still learn how to understand, tolerate, and accept him. And he needs love, understanding, and acceptance from the whole community too. I remember when I was 3, my parents and other parents of autistic child organized the first Hanoi walk around Hoàng Kiếm Lake, the icon of Hanoi. 5,000 people attended. Now the walk has been replaced by a program for autistic children. My cousin Ming, a rising single, also became one of the first ambassadors for autistic children. Earlier this year, autism has recognized that as a kind of disability. However, we still find it hard to take my brother to the public place like supermarkets, hospital, or simply a walk around Hoàng Kim Lake where he meets people who don't know much about autism. If you're a supermarket staff and catch him tearing the label off the bottle before we can stop him, please understand that it is not an evil act of him and we can pay that bottle too. He just can't stand if the bottle have the label on it. He needs to rip it up to feel better. He may suddenly put his hand into the ear and scream because he hears some noise that's normal to us but unbearable for him. Please do not come near and stare at him. In the hospital, he may not allow blood to be drawn for testing, but without the blood test, it is impossible to know what health problem he might have. 30 years living with autism has taught us that he is unable to do many things that we expect him to do. But he may like to do things that he shouldn't do. After all, it is he who suffered the most of his difference, not us. Day by day, we are still learning how to understand and accept him. Or to some extent, he really comes from another planet, the planet of autism, where autistic people are thinking and behaving different from us. He has lost his spaceship and can return to his planet. Then join us, welcome him to Earth. Aliens in Hollywood movie often have superpowers, but my brother don't have superpowers. He only have inability and different. According to the CDC, about 1 of every 59 children has autism. This range is very shocking, you may say. There is no cure for autism, but we can help them improve their quality of life. If you happen to meet them, I hope you will keep your love for their inability and your understand and accepting for their difference. Thank you for listening.